If he's not jabbing, he has no defense. If he's not going to jab, the guy's going to walk right into him like he did. Next fight, use your jab, different fight. So he can anticipate the combination. If he was flipping the jab, the guy went through the combination. When he was jabbing, now she's moving.
Mike Tyson has shocked the boxing world by giving Canelo Alvarez a bold and unexpected tactical plan to defeat Terence Crawford in their blockbuster clash. Fans were left buzzing after Tyson's surprising advice, while Crawford, on the other hand, showed nothing but excitement. Speaking with passion, he said facing a top champion like Canelo is what drives him. Crawford promised that their September 13th fight will deliver unforgettable action, the kind of high-level battle that keeps boxing alive for generations.
Definitely honored to be in that situation and a position to share the ring with another great. You know, it's going to be a hell of a night come September 13th.
Terence Crawford expressed his gratitude for the opportunity, saying he feels truly honored to share the ring with another all-time great like Canelo Alvarez. He promised fans that September 13th will not just be another fight, but a night to remember. Crawford admitted that both he and Canelo faced criticism after their recent outings, and this showdown is the perfect stage to silence doubters and redeem themselves. He assured everyone that this time, he will fight with a sharper, more aggressive style, pushing the pace from the opening bell. Crawford emphasized that this battle is bigger than just securing a win. It's about proving to the world that he remains one of boxing's most feared and dangerous competitors.
Is his performance against William Scholl, do you take more confidence from that fight?
A lot of people criticized my last performance, so, you know what I mean? We both need to step it up, I guess.
That's one from me, Terence. Obviously, we've seen Turki Al-Sheikh mention no Tom and Jerry fights. You've said yourself you're going to put it on him, you're going to come for him. Do we see an explosive Terence Crawford that people won't have been expecting to see?
That's why you got to watch the fight so you can see.
I'll get a message to Canelo.
See you soon.
Mike Tyson, however, urged Terence Crawford to reconsider taking this fight, pointing to the clear size gap between the two. Tyson reminded fans of Crawford's struggles against the much bigger Israel Madrimov, noting those moments revealed the risks of battling larger opponents. He warned that facing a powerhouse like Canelo Alvarez could expose Crawford's physical disadvantages in dangerous ways.
What do you think about Terence Crawford calling out Canelo?
You know, I don't like that fight.
Why not?
I don't like that fight. It's just too much weight. You know, and he had a close fight with the last guy he fought, Terence, but this guy was big and he was awkward. He was really awkward. He shouldn't have fought that guy. He fought a guy that was just come straight at him. The guy was too awkward.
He's herky jerky.
In another statement, Mike Tyson directly advised Canelo Alvarez to make his jab the centerpiece of his strategy against Terence Crawford. Tyson explained that a sharp, steady jab could throw Crawford off rhythm, slow down his offensive bursts, and create openings for heavier punches as the fight progresses. He stressed that this simple yet often underestimated weapon might be the ultimate key to dismantling Crawford's carefully crafted game plan.
If he's not jabbing, he has no defense. If he's not going to jab, the guy's going to walk right into him like he did. Next fight, use your jab, different fight. Just jab. When he was jabbing, Canelo should be moving, flipping the jab. For he can anticipate the combination. If he was flipping the jab, the guy would do the combination.
Former contender Gabe Rosado leaned slightly toward Canelo Alvarez, basing his stance on style dynamics. He pointed out how William Scholl's awkward rhythm and constant movement forced Canelo to pace himself strategically rather than applying relentless pressure. Rosado also highlighted Terence Crawford's struggles with Israel Madrimov's size and strength at 154 pounds, noting that stepping up to face Canelo at 168 is an entirely different challenge. According to Rosado, that weight difference makes Canelo a far more dangerous opponent.
Jamal did give Crawford problems. I favor Canelo, not by a lot, but I do favor him. I just think that, you know, I think the Skull fight was just a bad style. And I think Canelo was like, why force the issue? I mean, I'm up. These guys running. I'm not gonna take a chance. So I think that it was that kind of fight for Canelo. But Marjamal did give Crawford problems. You know what I'm saying? And where I felt like, damn, at 54, he gave you problems. 68 is different.
Terence Crawford, on the other hand, remains fully focused and mentally locked in. His training camp has been dedicated to sharpening technique, raising intensity, and executing a disciplined, systematic strategy designed specifically for Canelo's unique mix of power and skill. Every sparring session and conditioning drill is tailored to mirror the challenges Canelo presents. Those close to the camp describe the atmosphere as laser-focused, with zero distractions allowed, as Crawford prepares for what could be the biggest fight of his career.
You have to be relentless. You have to never let off the gas, never stop, never quit. Never allow anyone to talk you out of the dream, the vision, and ideas. Understand that for every level, there's another devil. It is the devil's job to create challenges, issues, and conflicts, insecurities, fear, because he wants to put you to a test. But I can tell you now, I piss the devil off every day because I just don't stop. And the devil is so mad. God, doesn't matter if he gets sick, it doesn't matter what happens to his money or his finances. Every time he gets out of his bed and he's on a mission to get it done. And as you begin to look at your life,
Crawford's trainer, Jose Benavidez Sr., offered a blunt assessment, claiming Crawford is no longer the fighter he once was. He pointed to fading reflexes, reduced punching power, and slower footwork as signs of decline. Benavidez predicted Canelo would pursue a knockout, forcing Crawford to depend on quick scoring bursts and constant movement to stay in the fight. He warned that this dynamic could create a tense, dangerous battle where a single mistake from Crawford might ultimately determine the outcome.
Crawford has not been looking really good. We saw how he looked in his past fight. So Canelo, you know, like I said, you know, the reflex are not there, you know, this power is not there. The knees are not the same. So Canelo's going to try to knock him out, but Crawford's going to do what he does best. He's going to move around, try to win the rounds, touch him, and move, you know. I think if Crawford stays, Canelo can knock him out, you know, because Canelo's the bigger guy. I don't think Crawford's going to come and get the fans what they want, you know. They don't care, you know, he's just going to come and win. And, you know, I don't know if they're going to give it to him, but it's just going to be a Tom and Jerry fight.
British fighter Jack Catterall praised both men as exceptional athletes but leaned toward Crawford for the win. He explained that a Crawford victory should not shock anyone, as his remarkable skill set and adaptability allow him to stand toe-to-toe with virtually any opponent in boxing, making him a constant threat at the elite level.
I've been changing my mind, chopping and changing. Two tremendous fighters in their own right. I won't call it an upset, but I'm going for a Crawford victory.
Virgil Ortiz voiced doubts about Terence Crawford's chances against Canelo Alvarez, stressing the clear size and weight gap. He noted that Crawford is moving up 3 weight classes to face one of boxing's all-time greats, which makes the challenge even steeper. While Ortiz praised Crawford's ring IQ and exceptional skill, he argued that Canelo's physical strength, stature, and sharp timing give him the upper hand. As an example, he pointed to Canelo's brilliant check hook against Edgar Berlanga, proving the Mexican star still has elite reflexes. Ortiz admitted Crawford has a chance, but said if he wins, he becomes Ortiz's #1 fighter ever.
I think he is, but if he beats Canelo, he'll be like my #1 fighter of all time.
You don't think Crawford beats Canelo?
I don't think so. And look, hear me out. I respect Crawford and everything that he's doing, but he just moved up from 147, so I'm just gonna treat him as a 147 pounder. He's jumping up 3 weight classes to fight someone who was like the #1 fighter in all of boxing. You know, the jump would be hard, even if it was just like some top 10.
Right, yeah.
You know, Bud, would you say he's a very smart fighter?
Yes.
Very calculated,
Yes.
right? Don't you think that maybe he sees something that most people aren't seeing?
I think he does, but the thing is he going to be able to even like to capitalize on it? Because he's a smaller fighter, and look, I think people are thinking at the aspect of, can Crawford do it? Yes, I think he can do it.
Veteran trainer Robert Garcia cautioned Terence Crawford against putting on excessive muscle before the fight, warning that added bulk could slow his footwork, dull his combinations, and diminish the very skills that make him special. He compared the situation to Floyd Mayweather, who beat bigger opponents by relying on speed, timing, and intelligence instead of trying to match their size. Abel Sanchez also leaned toward Canelo Alvarez, praising his toughness against heavy punchers like Gennady Golovkin, Dmitry Bivol, and Sergey Kovalev, while pointing out Crawford's struggles at 154 pounds. Shane Mosley predicted Canelo's victory as well, citing his strength and natural comfort at 168 pounds. Still, Sergio Mora has started to view the fight as a 50-50 contest, believing Crawford's relentless mean streak and stronger frame could make history. Roy Jones Jr. brushed off weight concerns, saying skill transcends divisions, while Brian Norman Sr. backed Crawford after learning the hard way never to bet against him. Yet, Ryan Garcia, Lonnie B., and others remained solidly behind Canelo, emphasizing his power, size, and durability. What's your prediction? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and share for more big fight updates.